Hello everyone. Today I am here to give you the explanation of the poem The Tale of Custard the Dragon, and this poem is written by Auden Nash. This, as the name suggests, it is the tale. The tale means it is the story of a dragon whose name was Custard. And in the very beginning of the stanza, it is written that the poem is written in the style of a ballad. What is a ballad now? A ballad is a song or a poem which tells you a story, and it generally narrates a story of some heroic deed by a dragon whose name was Custard. But this story is narrated this poem is narrated in a humorous manner, and it is close to a parody. What is meaning of parody? Parody means exaggeration of something. Exaggeration मतलब किसी चीज को थोड़ा खींच कर बताना. All right. So in this poem, the tale of the heroic deed of the dragon Custard is narrated in an exaggerated manner. So here, the poet tells us how Belinda lived in her house with so many pets. Belinda lived in a little white house with a little black kitten and a little grey mouse and a little yellow dog and a little red wagon and really a truly little pet dragon. So Belinda lived in her house. She lived in a white house with her little black kitten, her grey mouse, her yellow dog, and they all had a little red wagon. Now, wagon is a vehicle used for the transportation of things from one place to another. And the last line, a really or truly little pet dragon. And she also lived with a pet dragon. She also had a pet dragon with her. And this line, really or truly means real, truly means true. All right, and I want to explain it to you that this word realio trulio is not an actual word. It is just a poetic license. Just as you have the license to drive a car or you have a license to drive a scooter, similarly, sometimes in the literary devices, the poets are given the license to mold and twist certain words so as to give a poetic effect to the poem. And also see the last line, the word pet dragon. Now this is a completely different, two contrasting different words. Pet, can a dragon be a pet? No, a dragon is always a very ferocious animal. So I want to tell you that such contrasting words which come together, they are known as oxymorons. Alright, so this pet dragon word is an oxymoron here. Now, next, let us come to the next stanza. Here I have just explained this pet dragon to you, the literary device, but I'll tell you the literary devices later on after the completion of the poem also. Now the name of the little black kitten was Ink, and the little grey mouse she called him Blink, and the little yellow dog was sharp as mustard, but the dragon was a coward and she called him Custard. Now the poet is telling us what the names of her pets were. The little black kitten was called Ink, and the grey mouse was called Blink, and the little yellow dog. Now see the color of the dog. The color of the dog is yellow, and keeping in line with the color of the dog, she had called him Mustard. She used to call him Mustard. Now what is mustard? बेटा जो आप सरसों खाते हैं, सरसों का साग खाते हैं, उसके ऊपर के जो flowers होते हैं, they are yellow in color and they are called mustard. और कुछ नहीं तो आप सबको पता होगा, you must would have eaten the mustard sauce. Alright, so it is yellow in color now. So that is why her dog was yellow in color, so she called him Mustard. But the dragon was a coward and she called him Custard. But the dragon in that house, he was the most cowardly pet and she called him Custard. Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth and spikes on top of him and scales underneath. Mouth like a fireplace chimney for a nose and really or truly daggers on his toes. Now look at the imagery created in this paragraph. Imagery क्या है कि आप when you are reading this paragraph, a sort of a video clipping is going in front of your eyes. You are just imagining what is the description of the Custard is. So Custard the dragon, he had big sharp teeth and spikes on top of him. In most of the pictures, you will see that there are spikes. They are sharp edges at the rear end of his body. जो उसकी पीछे की body है, उस पे आपको sharp edge बड़े बड़े सी आपको स्पाइक्स दिखेंगी, है ना. तो स्पाइक्स ऑन टॉप ऑफ हिम एंड स्केल्स अंडरनीथ. नाउ व्हाट आर स्केल्स? स्केल्स आर द बोनी स्ट्रक्चर्स विच यू ऑल्सो सी ऑन द बॉडी ऑफ द फिश, है ना. ऑल्सो सी ऑन द बॉडी ऑफ द रेप्टाइल्स लाइक स्नेक. सो the dragon, it had spikes at the rear end of its body, and it also had scales on the underskin of his body. The mouth like a fireplace. The mouth of the dragon is compared to a fireplace because it is generally assumed that the dragons, they give out fire from their mouth. अगर आपने चाइना का, जब भी हम ड्रैगन का जिक्र करते हैं तो आप देखते होगे कि उसमें हमेशा दिखाते हैं कि फायर इज कमिंग आउट ऑफ द माउथ ऑफ द ड्रैगन. सो दैट इज वाई यू कैन इमेजिन दैट एंड यू कैन सी दैट माउथ लाइक अ फायर प्लेस. That is why his mouth is compared to a fireplace and chimney for a nose. And his nose is compared to a chimney because it was assumed that the smoke came out of his nose. Smoke was considered to be coming out of his nose. And really and truly daggers on his toes. And really and truly he had daggers on his toes means that his claws, they were so sharp, of the feet. The claws of the feet, they were so sharp that they appeared like daggers, mean short swords on his feet. That he had short swords on his feet. Okay, now next we come to the next stanza. Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of beers, and Ink and Blink chased Lion down the stairs. Mustard was as brave as Tiger in a rage, but Custard cried for a nice safe cage. Now, this paragraph gives you a description of the bravery of all the people who lived in that house, of all the Belinda and all the pets who lived in that house. So the poet says that Belinda was a very, very brave girl, and her bravery was compared to the bravery of so many bears put together. अगर बहुत सारे bears को एक ड्रम के अंदर इकट्ठा कर दिया जाए तो that much amount of courage which they have, that much bravery Belinda had. So Belinda's bravery is compared to the bravery of so many bears put together. And Ink and Blink chased Lion down the stairs. And Ink and Blink, they were so strong, they were so brave that they could chase, means they could chase the lions down the stairs, and they could even drive them off. Chase matlab unke, they could run behind them, and they could even drive off the lions. Mustard was as brave as Tiger in a rage. And Mustard, the dog, he was as brave as a tiger is when he is in anger. How much brave is a tiger when he is angry? He is ferocious at that time. But Custard cried for a nice safe cage. But quite contrary to what actually the dragons are, Custard was a very, very coward animal, and he just cried to find a nice safe cage for himself where he could hide himself. Okay, next we come to the next paragraph. Okay, first of all, I'll tell you certain things in this fourth paragraph. In the fourth paragraph, beta, you must see that there are so many metaphors and similes. The metaphors are far-fetched comparisons. जहाँ पे भी आपका word as और like आ जाए, वहाँ पे आपने उसको simile बोलना है. और जहाँ पे comparison as और like लिखा नहीं जा रहा, लेकिन comparison किया जा रहा है, they are the metaphors. जैसे कि Belinda was as brave as barrel full of bears. This is a simile. Similarly, Mustard was as brave as Tiger in a rage. This is a simile here. All right. Next, we come to the next paragraph. Belinda tickled him, she tickled him unmerciful. Tickled means teased. So Belinda teased him, she teased him unmerciful. So Belinda, she used to make fun of Custard, and she used to tease him like anything, and she teased him unmerciful means very unkindly. Why? Because she knew that he was such a coward that he was not going to react, he was not going to say anything to anyone. That is why she teased him so unmerciful. Ink, Blink and Mustard, they rudely called him Percival. और जो Ink, Blink and Mustard, they also made fun of him, and they compared him to Percival. Now, who was Percival? Percival was a knight. In the reign of King Arthur, Percival was a knight who was given an act of courage. उसको एक courage का काम दिया गया. He was given to perform some deed of courage, but he ran away from there because he was a coward. So that is why Ink, Blink and Mustard, they compare him to Percival, who was a coward. They all sat laughing in the little red wagon and really or truly or cowardly dragon. And all of these pets and Belinda, they all used to sit together in the red wagon and they used to laugh at him, make fun of this coward dragon. Belinda giggled till she shook the house, and Blink said weak, which is giggling for a mouse. Ink and Mustard rudely asked his age when Custard cried for a nice safe cage. Belinda giggled. Giggled means laughed at. So Belinda giggled till she shook the house. Belinda laughed at the cowardice of the dragon. She laughed at the dragon and she laughed so loudly until her complete house was shaken by her laughter. And Blink said weak, which is giggling for a mouse. And Blink also laughed at the Custard and he made the noises of weak. Now weak this is just a sound effect created here. It shows that Blink, he made the sound of a weak sound. It is not a weak. पतली साउंड नहीं, ये ब्लिंक की अपनी आवाज है जिसको वो वीक बोल रहे हैं. ओके, ब्लिंक मेड अ वीक साउंड विच इज वीक इज कॉल्ड द गिगलिंग और लाफिंग ऑफ द माउस. Ink and Mustard rudely asked his age when Custard cried for a nice safe cage. And Ink and Mustard, they also made fun of him and they rudely asked him that what is your age that you are such a coward at this age. But this coward Custard, he was just asking for a nice and safe place to look in. He was just wanted to have a nice safe cage for himself. Okay, in this stanza, beta, I want to tell you one more thing which is new for you, is that the weak sound, if you see EECK. Now this sound is a sound which is written to create an effect, a poetic effect. ठीक है ना? That is why this weak sound is known as the onomatopoeia. Alright, this is the poetic device of onomatopoeia. I'll tell you later on also at the end of this poem. Next stanza. Suddenly, they heard a nasty sound, and Mustard growled, and they all looked around. Meouch, cried Ink, and ooh, cried Belinda, for there was a pirate climbing in the window. Now, suddenly, they all heard some nasty sound. Nasty is an unpleasant sound. Suddenly, they all heard an unpleasant sound, and Mustard growled means Mustard just barked at. And immediately when they heard Mustard barking, they all looked around. Meouch, said Ink, and oh, cried Belinda. And just hearing the sound, when they all looked around, what happened? Ink, she cried meouch. The cat, she cried meouch. And Belinda, she cried out loudly, oh, for there was a pirate in the window. Pirate is the sea thieves. The sea thieves, the thieves of the sea are known as pirates. Because they saw that there was a pirate, a sea thief was climbing in the window. Window is a poetic device here because it is not an actual word. It is just a word written to match the rhyme scheme of the poem. Okay, that is why window is a poetic device here. And if you see the words growled, meouch, ooh, they all also create the sound effects. So they are all onomatopoeia. All right. Next. Pistol in the next paragraph, you must see what kind of imagery is created. The imagery is created to describe what the pirate was looking like. Pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right, and he held in his teeth a cutlass bright. Cutlass is a small sword which has a little round blade. The blade is a little curved. His beard was black, one leg was wood. It was clear that the pirate meant no good. So now in this, it is the description of the pirate that he held a pistol in one of his hands and the pistol in his right hand and a pistol in his left hand, and in his teeth he was holding a small sword which was a little curved. And he had black beard and he did not have one leg. One of his leg was wooden, and it was clear that he did not have any good intentions for the people who were living in that house. Now what happened when these people who were earlier considered brave, now looking at the pirate, what happened to them all, now you can see in the next paragraph. All right. So this is also a sort of an imagery created in the next paragraph of what happened when they all saw at the sight of the pirate. Belinda paled. Paled means turned yellow, and she cried, "Help, help." But Mustard fled with a terrified yelp. So just when they just saw this pirate climbing up in the window, Belinda, her color went off and she turned yellow and she started crying, "Help, help." But Mustard fled. But Mustard, he did not stop there. He just ran away with a terrified means with a scared, short, sharp cry. He ran away at full speed with a very short, sharp cry ke saath. He also ran away in a very scared manner. Ink trickled down to the bottom. Trickled means ran down. So, to the bottom of the household. Ink did not stop at all. She immediately ran. She ran very fast and she ran until she reached the bottom of the house so that nothing can harm him. Harm Ink. And little mouse blinked strategically mousehold. And the little mouse blinked strategically means in a very planned manner, it went into its mouse hole so that nothing could harm him. But up jumped Custard, snorting like an engine. This is a very important paragraph. It is a very important imagery which tells you how the Custard, who was earlier considered as a coward, how he reacted on seeing the pirate. And now, when everybody else had just found safe places for them to hide, what happened to Custard? Custard jumped up. He just jumped up on seeing the pirate. He just jumped and he rushed towards the pirate. Snorting like an engine. Snorting means producing an explosive sound. Snorting is the explosive sound produced by an engine when it comes towards on the station. All right. So, this Custard, he did not get scared. He just jumped towards the pirate and in producing a very explosive sound from his nose, he clashed his tails like irons in the dungeon. He clashed his tail means he hit his tail against the walls and against the floor in such a manner that such a huge sound was created that it appeared like some iron rods were being beaten on the floor of an underground prison. Dungeon means an underground prison. With a clatter and a clank and a jangling squirm, he went at the pirate like a robin at the worm. Now these words clatter, clank and jangling, they all refer to the sounds produced when two big metallic utensils, they fall on each other. So then such a huge loud sound is produced. That is why it is explained here. And squirm means the twisting and turning of the tail. So this Custard, he twisted and turned his tail in such a manner against the wall and against the floor that it produced such a loud sound as if the sound of metallic utensils falling on one another. He went at the pirate like a robin at the worm. He went at the pirate means he leapt at him. उसके ऊपर jump किया एकदम, pounce किया उसके ऊपर. And he pounced at the pirate like a bird who sees a worm. The pirate gaped at Belinda's dragon and gulped some grog from his pocket flagon. And what happened now? The pirate, he least expected such a reaction from any house. And when he saw such a dragon coming towards him at such a speed, what happened? He gaped. Gaped means he just stared at it open-mouthed. And gulped some grog. Gulped means to swallow, means pina. Some grog is a sort of alcohol, a sort of a alcoholic drink है जो pirates they drink. And flagon is a silver utensil in which they store their alcohol. आपने पिछली movies में बहुत बार देखा होगा, the villains they carry a silver color का एक छोटा सा bottle अपने pocket में carry करते थे in which they used to store alcohol. That is called the flagon. So, on seeing such a reaction from the dragon, the pirate, what did he do? He swallowed some alcohol from his pocket flagon to gather some courage. He fired 2 bullets, but they didn't hit. He also tried to fire the bullets, but this dragon, he was so fast in his work that he just missed the bullets. None of the bullets hit the dragon, and Custard gobbled him every bit. Gobbled means he just swallowed him in one leap. He just ate him up in one leap. And now when all this had happened and the pirate was now dead, now what happened? Look at the beautiful imagery created in the next paragraph. Belinda, what all the rest of the people they did now? Belinda embraced him, Mustard licked him. No one mourned for the pirate victim. And once he had done this deed of bravery, Belinda hugged him. Belinda came forward, rushed towards the dragon, and she hugged him. And Mustard, he started licking him in love. And no one mourned for his pirate victim. And none of them had any sad feeling for the pirate who had lost his life. Ink and Blink in glee did gyrate. In glee did gyrate. Glee means happiness and gyrate is danced. And Ink and Blink, in their happiness, they started dancing around the dragon that ate the pirate. Around this dragon who had eaten the pirate now. But presently up spoke little dog Mustard. I would have been twice as brave if I hadn't been flustered. Now what happened? Now suddenly Mustard realized that how they used to make fun of Custard. And so he immediately came up with his previous things only, and he said that had I been not so confused, I would have been twice as brave as you, dragon. I would have tried twice as brave as Custard. And up spoke Ink and up spoke Blink. And listening to this Mustard's thing, now Ink and Blink, they also gathered their courage to speak about their bravery, and they also started boasting of अपनी ज़्यादा अपने आप को दिखाना उन्होंने भी शुरू कर दिया, and they started boasting of that we would have been 3 times as brave as Custard. And Custard said, I'd quite agree that everybody is braver than me. And Custard was such a sweet and such a down-to-earth fellow that he did not boast of at all that he had performed such a brave deed. Rather, he just agreed that yes, I know that everybody of you is braver than me. All right. So Belinda still lives. Now the next 2 paragraphs, they are just the repetition of the first 2 paragraphs. Now after that unpleasant scene of the pirate was over, now the complete peace is again restored, and the poet tells us that Belinda still lives in her she still lives peacefully in her little white house with her little black kitten and her little grey mouse, her little yellow dog and their red wagon, and with the pet dragon. And once again their bravery is told that Belinda was still, even now, that she is as brave as a group of bears, and Ink and Blink, they are as brave as they can, so that they can even chase the lions down the stairs, and Mustard was as brave as the tiger is when he is in anger, but still the Custard is the coward of them all, and he keeps asking for the nice safe cage. So I hope that you all would have really enjoyed this poem by Auden Nash. Okay, now I'll tell you about the literary devices in this poem, and I must tell you that this poem has a lot of literary devices, so be very careful about that. Now, in the first stanza, you will see that the last words is the house and the mouse, wagon and the dragon. So I hope that you all know about the rhyme scheme. So the rhyme scheme of this first stanza is AA and BB. Now you see that the word little is repeated so many times. So the poetic device is the repetition. Then after that you see that there is a word really or truly, which I already explained to you that this is the word used for the word real and true. It is not an actual word, but it is just used by the poet to give it a dramatic or a poetic effect. So that is why this is known as a poetic license. Next is the last 2 words of this stanza, that is the pet dragon. Now you know that a dragon can never be a pet. It is a ferocious animal. But here the word pet dragon, it represents 2 completely opposite words representing 1 word. So this kind of a poetic device is known as an oxymoron. Next, you see that in this paragraph, in the third and the fourth line, the words and a are repeated in both the consecutive lines. So this is anaphora. This is the literary device of anaphora, that the repetition of the same words in the two consecutive lines. Next, come to the second stanza. Now, the name of the little black kitten was Ink, and the little grey mouse, she called him Blink. You see the rhyme scheme? This is again A and BB. Now, uske baad, next you see that the word and is repeated again in the second and the third line. So this is the technique of anaphora. The word little or is repeated 3 times in it. That is why this is repetition also. Next, I already told you that there is simile in this. Now, what is simile? Whenever there is the uses of as or like. For comparison के लिए आप जब भी as या like word use करोगे, then that is known as a simile. और अगर comparison होगा लेकिन उसमें as और like word use नहीं होगा, then it is called a metaphor. Now look at the stanza. The little yellow dog was sharp as mustard. So the word as is used. So this is a simile. Alright, next there is a technique of alliteration. Now what is alliteration? I want to tell you all. If the similar sounding consonants are repeated in closeness of words. जब आपके सिमिलर कॉन्सोनेंट्स रिपीट होते हैं, जब वर्ड्स आपस में बहुत पास होते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड एलिट्रेशन. आई विल गिव यू अ वेरी इजी एग्जांपल फॉर दिस. आपने बचपन में जरूर बोला होगा चंदू की चाची ने चंदू के चाचा को, है ना, ये बोलते थे ना. तो इसमें आप च साउंड को रिपीट करते हैं और उसको एम्फेसाइज करते हैं. और यहाँ पर इंग्लिश में जब आपके कॉन्सोनेंट साउंड्स दे आर क्लोज टुगेदर एंड दे आर रिपीटेड टू गिव स्ट्रेस ऑन दैट कॉन्सोनेंट, दिस इज नोन एज द टेक्निक ऑफ एलिट्रेशन. All right. So in this, the word coward and she called him custard. Look at the word C and C. All right. So this is an alliteration technique. Now let's come to the stanza 3. Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth and spikes on top of him and scales underneath. Mouth like a fireplace. You see, mouth like a fireplace is a, हमने a like word use किया. That is why it is a simile. Chimney for a nose. यहाँ पे आपने चिमनी को नोज से कंपेयर किया है लेकिन लाइक वर्ड यूज नहीं किया है. दैट इज वाई दिस इज अ मेटाफर. एंड रियलियो ट्रूलियो इज वंस अगेन अ पोएटिक लाइसेंस. ऑलराइट, सो इसमें यही है हमारे पास. नेक्स्ट कम्स द नेक्स्ट स्टैंजा, फोर्थ स्टैंजा. Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of bears. Now I think that you all are ready to explain the poetic devices with me. The rhyme scheme again here is A and BB. In the fourth stanza, Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of bears. आप देख रहे हैं कि B sound जोन सी है, it is repeated again and again. So this is the technique of alliteration. And Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of bears. This is a simile again. And Ink and Blink chased lions down the stairs. Mustard was as brave as. Once again, as brave as will show you the simile in this stanza. But Custard cried for a nice safe cage. Alright, next we come to the stanza 5. Belinda tickled him. She tickled him unmerciful. So, the word tickled him, you see that it is getting repeated again and again. So, this is the technique of repetition. Rhyme scheme is again AABB. And Ink and Blink and Mustard, they rudely called him Percival. Now beta, I want to tell you that there are certain times जब poet आपको compare करता है एक बाहर की चीज़ से. जैसे कि मैं आपको पहले आपको example दे रही हूँ इसका, कि जैसे मैं आपको if I tell you that don't consider yourself to be too much, you are not Einstein. ठीक है ना. तो मैंने आपका कंपैरिजन किससे, बाहर दराज बहुत बाहर के आदमी से, आइंस्टाइन जो कि एक बहुत रिनोन्ड फिगर है, उससे आपसे आपका कंपैरिजन किया. दिस टेक्निक इज नोन एज एल्यूजन. ALLUSION, एल्यूजन. सो यहाँ पे इंक, ब्लिंक एंड मस्टर्ड ने इसका कंपैरिजन किया है पर्सिवल के साथ. सो दिस इज द टेक्निक ऑफ एल्यूजन. They all sat laughing in the little red wagon and Relio Trulio cowardly dragon. And I think you very well now know that this Relio Trulio is a poetic license. Belinda giggled till she shook the house. Belinda giggled till she shook the house, and Blink said weak, which is giggling for a mouse. Ink and Mustard rudely asked his age, when Custard cried for a nice safe cage. Rhyme scheme is once again AABB. And in this, I told you, जो weak sound है WEECK, this is the sound word to create a dramatic effect. This kind of a technique is known as onomatopoeia. This kind of a technique is known as onomatopoeia. I'll write it in underneath so that you can learn the spellings also for the onomatopoeia. Now the next stanza is the stanza 7th. Suddenly, suddenly. You see the repetition technique? Suddenly, suddenly. They heard an hasty sound, and Mustard growled. They all looked around. Meowed, said Ink, and ooh, cried Belinda, for there was a pirate climbing in the window. Now you see that the words growled, meowed, and ooh, they are all the sound effects. So they are, once again, they are also onomatopoeia. Alright. And here the word window and the word meowch. You would have heard the word meow, but meowch is no word. It is also a poetic license, and the word window is used for window. This is also a poetic license. Next we come to the stanza 8, that is pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right. Now you see that the technique of imagery is created. The image is created of what the pirate looked like. So in the stanza number 8, we see that the rhyme scheme is AABB, imagery is created, and the alliteration technique is there, in which he says that the beard was black. So B is getting stressed. Next we come to the next stanza. Belinda paled and she cried, help, help. Help, help is the repetition. Rhyme scheme is AABB. But Mustard fled with a terrified yelp. Ink trickled down to the bottom of the household, and the little mouse blinked strategically mousehold. Next is the stanza number 10. The stanza number 10. But up jumped Custard, snorting like an engine. In this also you can see that the rhyming scheme is AABB, and there are words like clatter, clank, and jangling, which are the sound effects. So this is the technique of onomatopoeia. Then you can see in the first line only, snorting like an engine. Snorting like, the word like is used. This is a simile. Clashed his tail like irons in the dungeon. This is also a simile. He went at the pirate like a robin at the worm. This is also a simile. So there are 3 similes in this paragraph. Alright. And then he went at the pirate like a robin at the worm. This is also a simile. So you see there are so many similes in this paragraph. जहाँ पे भी आपका word like या as use हुआ है, that will be considered as a simile. Next we come to the paragraph 11. The pirate gaped at Belinda's dragon and gulped some grog from his pocket flagon. So this is the technique of imagery, which is described to create a video effect on your minds, that the attack, or how this pirate, he gathered courage for himself. Alright. Next is the stanza number 12 now. Belinda embraced him. Mustard licked him. No one mourned for his pirate victim. So this is again the imagery of the reactions of everyone when Custard, brave jester, was over. Rhyme scheme is again AABB, and there is an alliteration in glee did gyrate. The G consonant is stressed. Glee did gyrate. Now come to the stanza number 13. But presently up spoke little dog Mustard. I have been twice as brave I had been Custard. So this is again rhyme scheme AABB, and there is a repetition of the word spoke. Alright. So in the next paragraph is a repetition of the first 2 paragraphs. So that is completely the same as the first and the second paragraph. With this, we come to an end of this poem. I hope that you all have enjoyed this poem and you also have understood the literary devices of the poem. Now, if you really like it, do give me a like, do subscribe me so that I can be motivated to make more such videos for you people so that you can have a better explanation of your English poems of 10th standard. Like, subscribe, comment. All right, do tell me what improvements can be done, what all do you like about it so that it can motivate me. Okay, bye and thank you for today.